Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mason from Shutterstinct, and I want to show you guys today how to do the analog tape loop sound that I've been using on some of my recent soundtrack work and a couple of videos I've posted online. And if you peek around SoundCloud or Instagram or some of the places where kind of experimental musicians are posting their work, you'll see a lot of the analog enthusiasts doing what's called tape loops, which is basically where they modify tape recorders, reel-to-reel tapes, and make them repeat on a loop, and so they can record to it and manipulate the audio in real time. But I'm going to show you how to do it in digital, like with plugins. I mean, it's not going to be exactly the same. Of course, I'm a big supporter of analog, but you know, this allows you to get a similar sound for basically no cost whatsoever, and then you can emulate that sound that, you know, musicians like William Basinski are known for. The first thing you're going to need is this free VST software. Well, actually, before that, you're going to need a basically a music software that allows you to run VST plugins. So that I'm going to leave up to you, because most of them aren't free. There are a couple, but as long as they can run like MIDI instruments and VST plugins, things like that, you'll be able to do what you need to do. But what you're going to want is this VST. It's free. Just Google it. It's called Wow and Flutter. And the way I have it set, I usually start with the worn out Walkman setting, and it's pretty much what I have here. If you look at the settings and the way I have them, I have the wow set to 1.01. That gives you just a little bit of waver in the tone or the pitch of it, but not so much that it just goes drastically out of pitch. And I have the wow set, the wow rate set to my modulation knob so that I can adjust it, and then that's what's going to give you that, like that tape pull kind of sound. And if you put it all the way up, you're going to get a little more of a vibrato sound, kind of eerie, and then you can drag it down, slow it. That's just a cool sound. Anyways, mid is set, I have that set to the lowest setting, have it set to 1, and then Flutter I have set to 40, and then 1.01, which is the same as this one. And the middle settings, you can play with those, but I pretty much leave them alone. The second thing that I have it's called JBFerox, and it's another free plugin. It's a tape simulator, and I have it on the worn out tape settings, but you can play with the knobs and adjust them as you want. I play with different ones. It's kind of, I don't like that these aren't labeled, so it doesn't tell you what it does. But I like having those two enabled. It sounds a little better. It's just a nice eerie sound, but it gives it that tape warmth. And even if you don't use the wow and Flutter, even if you turn that off, you can still get that nice tape sound. It's an excellent tape sound for a free plugin. And then finally I have Ferric TDS, which is kind of like an analog compressor. And it adds tape sounds as well, but it does so in a different way, and it just gives a different sound. And there are some presets you can choose from. I kind of have gone back and forth between classic tape, which is a much dirtier sound, and then the default, which seems to do well for me. And then the other thing you're going to need is obviously some sort of instrument. Right now I'm using the free synthesizer SQ8L, which has a really nice sound, as you've heard. Good for scoring or that kind of stuff. It's got the brassy, and it's got a couple others. I mean, you just filter through it, see what all it's got. I mean, it's a great plugin for free, and it's plenty customizable. You can change things to your taste. But it also sounds really, really good with a piano instrument. I mean, I haven't tried it with music or with other instruments, but for now I've been experimenting with the synthesizers and with the pianos. And I've got this piano software called Addictive Keys. I mean, there's different ones you can try. This one's, I mean, this is a paid program, but I got it for free when I bought my MIDI keyboard. So that's pretty cool. I mean, but just because the industry uses all these expensive plugins, that doesn't mean that you can't find free plugins that don't work just as good. A lot of it's just the branding and the extra features, but this sounds really nice. It's got an eerie sound to it. But yeah, that's basically how I get the sound. I hope you guys will try it out, post some videos, tag us, and let's see what you come up with. I'd love to hear your sounds and share some ideas back and forth. If you got any ideas, anything to add. I'm a big fan of the whole analog, tape, VHS sound, so I plan on trying to experiment soon with my VCR and see if I can get some sounds out of that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and tag us and stuff. We'd love to see what you're making.